What are some things about Minecraft that absolutely infuriates you? Small little things that just get your blood boiling. Because I know that I have quite a lot. And today I thought I'd share some of those pet peeves with you and also go through some of the pet peeves within the Minecraft community. I also had one other burning question. What is the most popular Minecraft pet peeve? Well, I think I figured out the top 3, so stay until the end to find out what they are. Hey everyone, it's Lovestar. Today's Minecraft and chat video is going to be all about Minecraft pet peeves. Without further ado, let's get into it. Grab yourself a drink and a snack and open up your game and let's play some Minecraft while we talk about Minecraft. So I currently have a list of 16 pet peeves that I thought of just over the span of a few days as I was compiling a list, thinking about, what does make me super infuriated about Minecraft? Well, I can rest assured that there's definitely more than 16 things, but you know that thing when you try to think of something and then you can't think of any examples of what you're trying to think of? Well, anyways, I'm definitely not going to be able to make an exhaustive list of all of my pet peeves, but here are a few of them. The first one bothers me so freaking much. Horses in water. And the fact that they just simply cannot swim. Well, I mean, they can, but not when you're riding them. Like, they float, but they just refuse to let you ride them across water, which I find so stupid. If you want horses in the game to be a viable transportation option, surely they should be able to cross bodies of water, at least like smaller ones, maybe not oceans. Like, can't they just make it so a certain amount of water blocks below them, then they will not swim? But if it's like a shallow river or little lake or something that's like 4 or 5 blocks, I wish they would just keep going. Like maybe, I don't know, 7 blocks, right? That sounds reasonable. But seriously, this thing makes horses such an inconvenience to take around with you because every time you cross water, you have to get off of them, either push them through the current or just lead them. But if you don't have a lead, then you're absolutely screwed. So it really pisses me off because I do like to take my horses with me, but oftentimes they don't want to come. Number 2 is one that I actually got so annoyed about that I made an entire video complaining about it. Jukeboxes and their directional audio. For the love of God, can we please fix this? I don't understand why jukeboxes have this insane audio panning when you turn left or right. Wait, I just did it backwards. Well, right or left. Anyways. When you turn, it'll pan the audio so drastically, and it gives me so much pain in my ears. Like, it is so bad. I cannot listen to jukeboxes while I'm doing things around my world because turning my head just literally hurts. Now, the thing is, when I made this video, a lot of people said that it makes the game more realistic, that the audio kind of changes direction where you're hearing it from based on like what direction you're looking in. And obviously, like in real life, that's what happens. But in real life, when you turn away from music, one of your ears doesn't just completely go deaf, right? Like you can still hear music from both sides of your head, but it's just a bit quieter depending on which direction you're facing. It doesn't just go completely silent, and that's the part that makes it so unbearable for me. I would argue that it isn't realistic. It's trying to be, but it does it very poorly because you should still be able to hear a little bit of the music from the side that you're facing away from, because it's not supposed to be completely silent. When you're just listening to audio from one side of your ears and one side is completely silent, that doesn't feel right. It just sounds terrible. I mean, hopefully we all agree on that at least. Like, who wants to deliberately listen to music from just one side? And I know there's like this thing with like 8D audio where that, you know, intentionally pans. Even then, I feel like 8D audio, when it's like specifically made for that sort of purpose, is completely different than Minecraft directional jukebox audio, which just sounds absolutely terrible in my opinion. Anyways, this is a huge pet peeve of mine, and it makes listening to music discs really hard. Number 3 is so annoying because it mostly is our fault. But it's when you go somewhere really far from your base and realize that you forgot something that you need. This will usually be like when you're working on a certain project and you just came back to the project site from your base and you realize you forgot an entire like stack of blocks that you needed, cobblestone or glass. Like you just completely forgot something that you really needed for your project, and now you have to go run all the way back, grab the one thing that you forgot, and it's just so frustrating because it is simply our fault. Like, this is no fault of the game, but man, is it annoying, and it happens to me all the time. Or like if you forget torches or food and you're like out exploring in a cave or something. Oh my god, it's just so frustrating. Number 4 is more specific to flat worlds. Can you guess what it is? I'm sure some of you can. It's freaking slimes. Why are there so many slimes in flat worlds? or super flat worlds. I don't understand this. First of all, why? It just feels so incredibly random because for the most part, flat worlds act just as regular Minecraft overworlds, except they're just super flat. But why are there slimes? I just don't understand that. Like, we have slime chunks for a reason in regular Minecraft worlds. Why do we have slime chunks in every single chunk in super flat worlds? I don't understand. And this is so annoying because it makes me, whenever I'm going on a super flat world to like test something, I have to just play in peaceful mode because of the freaking slimes, and there's no way to disable them. Like, what am I supposed to do? Run a freaking command block? Like, can we just stop with the slimes? Seriously? Or at least have a way to disable them, like, in the actual game without using, like, a really weird command block that will just continuously run in the background, because I don't like those. It's not even just the fact that they're incredibly annoying, but, like, it just, like, why? Who decided to add slimes to super flat worlds? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Number 5 is when you're trying to farm some crops and you step down one little block and the ground breaks under you and now your crop is ruined and you don't even have a hoe on you, so now you just have to leave it there. I understand that crops and their soil is supposed to be a little more fragile, but if we're just stepping down one block, not even jumping, just boop, can we please make it so it doesn't break the crop? Because I find that to be so incredibly annoying. If I ever have a uneven farmland, like if I made a huge field, wheat field or something, I have to cover the entire edges of each level with slabs, just so I don't accidentally break my crops by walking down my freaking field. I just find it to be so unnecessary that they break when you're just stepping down one block. Ugh. Number 6 is trying to control your parrot, making them sit down or get on your shoulder or anything, like literally anything. I feel like parrots are such inconvenient little pets. They just never listen to what you want them to do. When you're trying to make your parrot sit down, they fly around in freaking circles and they never just plop on the ground so you can sit them down. So you just have to wait for this stupid parrot to slowly drift onto the surface. And then when you're about to sit them down, they freaking fly up again, or they get on your shoulder and then you have to jump and then wait for them to drift down again. Like, oh my goodness. Also trying to get them on your shoulder, like sometimes they're just flying off somewhere. You're like, can you just come here and sit on my shoulder? Also the fact that whenever you walk down a ledge, as we just talked about with the crops, they also get off your shoulder. Can we have a specific command for them to be released from your shoulder? Because sometimes I just want to have a parrot on my shoulder and not have them fall off when I'm just walking down a step. It's just so annoying. I love parrots. I think they're such a cute little companion to have, especially that they can just ride on you. I find that that's absolutely adorable, but they're just so inconvenient to carry around because they just have a mind of their own. Like, it's impossible. Okay, number 7 is so oddly specific. I feel like a lot of you guys know that I have a huge vendetta against this one type of block, and a lot of people just think it's absolutely stupid, but I freaking despise tall grass. Every time I see tall grass in my world, instantly I have to break it. I literally go running around my fields all around my world just breaking tall grass. Like, I'll go on a horse and just mow it down because I hate tall grass. Like, seriously, something about it looks hideous to me. I really hate how it looks. It makes my world feel like it's some sort of like weed infested, overgrown trash land rather than like a beautiful Minecraft world. I think they just look so bad, and I just need them gone. I need all of them gone. I'm not even kidding. I think in every single video, if I pass tall grass, you will see me break it without fail. Number 8 is so annoying. I think we've all experienced this one. Trying to dig around an area underground or strip mine or just do anything underground that involves digging, and you run into freaking gravel, and it's just like the entire area that you're trying to dig out, there's just a big freaking pit of gravel above you, and you have to take every single piece. Oh my god, it is so annoying. I know you can do like the little torch trick, but it still is so incredibly frustrating. I hate it. Oh. Number 9, as a chronic chest organizer, I really do not like unorganized chests. They kind of drive me crazy. I don't really care if other people have unorganized chests, but it's just like, for me, I have a very specific chest organization system, and I am very strict about it. And whenever my stuff is not organized, I will be very upset. Usually I dedicate one chest in my storage room for like me to dump all my stuff in there so that I can organize it later when I have time, because obviously organizing your stuff takes freaking ages, but like everything needs to be in a specific place. Every single item has a specific location, and if it's not in that right location, if there's bone meal in my mob drops chest, or if there's arrows in my miscellaneous chest, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. Number 10 is, oh my gosh. Number 10 is so freaking frustrating. Has this ever happened to you? You're like in your base and you just hear like a rogue zombie and you look around, it's daytime. Where the hell is this thing? You cannot find it for the freaking life of you. So you go back inside, but then you just hear zombie growling nonstop. It drives me crazy. This happens like a lot. I remember even in some of my Let's Plays, like there would be some random mob just constantly making noise and I have to turn off my mob sounds. I swear in my base, in my forever world, there is always a random like zombie that just spawns and it'll just growl nonstop and I cannot find it. I really don't know where it is. I've even resorted to looking in spectator mode, trying to scout for like little dark holes in my mountain or something, but I don't know where they are. Like it is so, when you find a rogue mob hiding somewhere underground, you just cannot for the life of you find them, and they just will not shut up. I don't know why it's always zombies. Sometimes it's been skeletons, but it's usually like zombies. Number 11 is definitely one that happens to every single builder. When you're working on a build and you are literally just about to finish like a wall or something, and you are literally like 2 blocks short of whatever material you needed to finish the wall, I swear every time this happens, I get so tempted to just give myself like the 1 block that I missed, because it is just so incredibly stupid how you are like 1 short and now you have to go all the way back, grab 1 and then place it. It's just very frustrating, very, very frustrating. Number 12, this one is not specific to Minecraft gameplay, but it's actually for those of us who make mod packs. I call this the trials and tribulations of making a Minecraft mod pack. I am no stranger to mod packs. I have made a lot of them, from my fairy core mod pack, my mermaid mod pack. I have a lot of mod packs that I've made throughout a few years. Every single time. Actually, I've been making mod packs since I started playing Minecraft on Java Edition, like way back in 2015. So I've been making mod packs for a decade now. And every single time I put together a mod pack, it never goes smoothly. There's always some sort of issue that you run into, and it's like, it's never the same thing. It's always something new, some stupid BS that happens. Like there's mod incompatibilities, something is crashing your mod pack. Now you have to go through your entire mod list and try to find the problem. Something is not working with your Java version, you have to go install a new Java version. Something is crashing when you're actually loading up a world. There's like a broken mob or some sort of thing that crashes when you actually like play with the mods. Performance issues, and then things are just incompatible. Don't even get me started on like the custom settings, the enormous list of keybinds you have to fix, all the options you have to look through. It's just chaos. Every single time I put together a mod pack, it's absolute chaos. Like there's just problem after problem. Luckily now over time, I've kind of established a lot of like good mod packs, and then I can kind of use them as like a template for my next one, but there's just always something. It's, oh my god. I love making mod packs, and it is really fun, but it's also incredibly frustrating. Please let me know if you're a mod pack maker, if you have these issues. It's worth it though, because now I have a lot of cool mod packs. By the way, if you're interested in any of my mod packs, I have all of them available on CurseForge for you to play. My newest one that I uploaded is my old school mod pack, which is a mix of Minecraft old school mods, nostalgic and classic mods, like more creatures and more creeps and weirdos. And there's also a very, very cute and kawaii element to it. So if you like those 2 things, definitely go check it out. Anyways, number 13 is trying to hit a baby zombie with the new combat system. Now I know by new, actually I should just call it modern, not new. I don't know why it feels new to me still, but anyways, the 1.9 combat system that we have now, since 1.9, the modern combat system where there's an attack delay, I don't play with this. I literally disable it in my world because I just don't like it. But when I do play with modern combat, hitting zombies is so freaking hard. It is impossible. I feel like you hit the target and it just misses. And it's just because these freaking zombies are so hard to hit. It makes baby zombies honestly just so much more of a nightmare than they already are. They're bad enough trying to deal with baby zombies with like the old combat system where you can just spam attack, but don't get me started on the modern combat system. This also applies to any other small little mob that moves really fast. Silverfish, Vexes, oh my goodness, like any of these types of mobs that just are super agile, the new combat system just is atrocious for those sort of things. Number 14 is another horse thing. When you get off your horse and they literally disappear in like 2 seconds, you literally turn around and then you look back and they're gone. Like they just race off somewhere. Where are you going? Can you just like circle around in a general radius? Like, why do you have to go to Narnia? Literally, this happened to me in my last Minecraft stream where I completely lost track of my horse. I had to go on a freaking manhunt trying to find him, and he was like all the way in some random forest. Like he crossed a body of water. He climbed like 2 hills. Like I don't even know how did you manage to get there? Dude, I swear, this literally happens all the time. Horses, they just speed off. They're just gone. You have to literally hold them by the leash. You cannot let them free roam for even a second, because you turn around for a second, they're gone. Like, number 15 is actually some of my gripes with peaceful mode. Now, listen, I love peaceful mode. If you love playing on peaceful mode, play on peaceful mode. I think it is a great experience, especially if you don't like mobs. You don't gotta deal with them, just turn on peaceful mode. Doesn't matter. Listen, peaceful mode is a very valid way to play Minecraft. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. My issue with peaceful mode is actually some of the ways that peaceful mode works. For one, when you turn on peaceful mode, all the hostile mobs despawn, including the ones that you have name tagged. Sometimes we keep hostile mobs as little pets and friends, right? I'm not the only one that does that. I have a pet, a guardian that lives in my aquarium, Gary the Guardian. He's well and loved in our community. Shout out to Gary the Guardian and all of the Gary fans. We also have Creepy, who's my creeper neighbor. He literally has his own house. I also have Dirty Harry, who's his neighbor. We have a whole community here, okay? There's also like this drowned that's been in my ravine right under my house holding an egg for like freaking centuries. And I turned on peaceful mode by accident one time and they were all gone. So this happened once with like my creeper and the drowned, so I just went back to a different save. Then another time, freaking Gary despawned, and then I had to like spawn in a new one, and it just felt so bad. Like technically they didn't die or anything, so it's kind of unfair for them to just not exist anymore. So, but then it also doesn't feel nice to have to like respawn a mob, you know? Like I would really like to be able to keep mobs that are name tagged when you have peaceful mode enabled. You name tag them for a reason. They're important for one reason or another. So I feel like they should definitely change that. Let us keep our name tagged hostile mobs in peaceful mode. Another thing about peaceful mode is that I really don't enjoy playing on it because there's no hunger system. Like, you have a hunger bar, but now it's completely useless. And I personally really love the hunger mechanic in Minecraft. I love making food and eating it. Like, I enjoy that sort of thing. I know not everyone likes it. Some people find it incredibly annoying, which I understand. But for me personally, like, if you still have a hunger bar in the game, keep the hunger system, right? I mean, let us have like the regen from peaceful. Just give us the hunger. Like, for me, that makes more sense because hunger isn't like inherently a hostile thing. Like, there's no danger. Well, I guess like if you are starving, but I don't know, like that's just me personally. I understand, I guess, why they don't have hunger mechanics in peaceful mode. I guess, yeah, technically hunger can kill you, but like even in easy mode, it doesn't kill you. So like in peaceful mode, maybe you can just get down to like 5 hearts, right? That makes more sense to me. All right, and lastly for my personal list is number 16. Do you ever take your cat around a village? Just strolling by, you know, passing by the neighboring village. You look behind you after like you're 100 blocks away and your cat is nowhere to be seen. Now you've got to go all the way back to the village and look around for your freaking cat who's probably sitting on a chest or a bed somewhere. And the only way to get your cat to get off of this damn bed is to lead him or break all the sittable objects around him, because for some reason cats, they just super glue themselves to villager beds and chests and like any item that they like to sit on, and they will not move. They will not even teleport to you. Like, excuse me? Why aren't you like, hello? I just don't understand. Like, the thing about this, the way that it works now is whenever you have a cat following you around and you pass by like a place that has a lot of chests or beds, they will just get stuck there. They will not teleport to you when you move far away from them. And sometimes you don't notice that until you're really far away and you have to go all the way back. And it's incredibly annoying. And sometimes you just can't find them because they wander off somewhere and they're like sitting in some random corner. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why is it like this? Please fix. Mojang, please. Anyways, that was my list of pet peeves. I also asked you guys in the community for some of your Minecraft pet peeves, and a lot of you guys have some opinions. So I am going to be reading some of my favorite pet peeves that I saw, and also tell you if I agree or disagree with them. Probably I will agree with most of them, but you know, we'll see. Ray Astra says, my biggest pet peeve is when we start at SMP and someone speedruns the whole game within the first day. I totally agree, because I feel like when you're playing Minecraft multiplayer, you actually have to follow rules. And also just common etiquettes and stuff like that. When you're playing single player, I mean, do you, right? You can speedrun, you can go as slow as you want. There are absolutely no rules with how you want to play Minecraft when you're playing by yourself. When you're playing with others, you definitely have to, you know, stick with the group to a certain extent, establish rules and basic guidelines on how you want to play on your SMP, because sometimes you would rather just kind of do your own thing and it be more casual, but sometimes people want to actively play together and make it more of like a, you know, community experience where everyone can interact and do more of like a team-based Minecraft experience. I feel like if you establish that you want to do that, and everyone wants to take it slow, and then someone is out there like speed running to the Ender Dragon on the first day, it kind of ruins the whole experience, because you're just kind of doing your own thing. When you're on an SMP, you should be with the group in most cases. I mean, this obviously just depends on like who you're playing with, if they care or not, but like, yeah, I agree. It is kind of a weird thing to do. Pickle Pixel Paper Pepper says, phantoms. 100% agree. I freaking hate phantoms. I think I finally disabled the phantom game rule on my Forever World after being really stubborn about it for like forever. I would always be like, I hate phantoms and I wish they didn't exist in the game, but I'll just leave it on because it's a game mechanic now. But honestly, I just got so sick of it. They just add nothing to your experience. If anything, they really take away from the way of playing Minecraft when you kind of just want to not sleep and enjoy the night. Like sometimes you just want to experience nighttime in your world and not have to always go to bed. That should be a thing that you're allowed to do without being harassed by floating freaking idiots. It's not even just the fact that phantoms are incredibly annoying, but of course they have to fly too, so now they're just like a whole other pain in the ass to kill. JWR Minecraft says, when a creeper blows up and makes a hole in the sand or dirt or stone, not all the blocks survive, so in order to fill the hole, you have to go and dig some from elsewhere. So irritating. Oh my god, yes. This is such a stupid thing, because yeah, sometimes you're like a few dirt blocks short and you don't want to go out of your way to mine more just to cover up the creeper hole, but you gotta cover up the creeper hole because that's just a rule of Minecraft that we all have to follow. But no one likes to just leave like a few missing blocks of creeper holes. It is just, why? Just drop all of them at this point. I agree with that one. That one's incredibly annoying. Tarfel says, I hate how horses get stuck on trees when you try to go through a forest. Oh my god. Yes. Actually, I was gonna include this one in my list, but I saw so many people mention this in the community post that I made that I just decided to leave it to you guys because it is so true. There are a lot of mechanics with horses that I do not like. The fact that they get stuck through leaves is such a big one for me. When you go on horseback and you run into a forest, you just don't even want to go through there. You try to avoid it at all costs because it's impossible to get a horse through a forest. I feel like if you're riding a horse, they should at least be able to get through leaves. They just get stuck through, like, oh my, yeah, no, this one really pisses me off, honestly. 2easy318 says, how Java and Bedrock Redstone function differently from each other. Now, I don't know much about Redstone, but I will have to agree with this one because I actually think this is a bigger issue, not just with Redstone. It is the whole parity issue between Bedrock and Java. A lot of the features and parity issues that we have between versions is incredibly annoying. When you're playing one version, you're used to a certain way that the game works, and then you switch to the other one, and everything is subtly different, and you have to learn all these new really random rules that have no rhyme or reason. Like, why can we use a door to make an air bubble underwater in Java but not in Bedrock? Like, that just literally does not make any sense. Why can we duplicate flowers in Bedrock but not in Java? Like, little ones. These things should just be the same. It makes no sense, and it's so frustrating because sometimes you learn the game a certain way and then it just doesn't operate that way on the other version. Please just make them the same. Like, seriously, they really have to do a better job with the parody stuff. It just is frustrating for everyone, both Bedrock and Java players, especially those who play both. Luckily, I don't have to deal with this because I hardly go on Bedrock like ever, but I can imagine this is incredibly frustrating for those who do. Gail Garden says, my biggest pet peeve in servers specifically is when people compare their build quality to other members of the server. I find it brings down both people's moods. No one wants to hear, I suck at building, for real. Your stuff is so pretty. I don't feel better, I feel worse. I play this game for fun, not for a competitive vibe from others. As a proponent of the build however the frick you want movement in Minecraft, I completely agree. It's just kind of sad when people feel like their builds aren't worthy enough or good enough because honestly, this game is about fun. It's not about perfection. It's not about having the prettiest build in the server, one-upping every single builder in your SMP. It's about just enjoying the game either by yourself or with others, and it's not a competition. You don't have to put any of those pressures on yourself if you don't feel like it, you know, serves you in any way. If you don't necessarily enjoy building in an aesthetic or really like extravagant way, you don't have to. There is no pressure to do that. The last time that I played on an SMP was a few months ago, and it was like a small little community that I played on, and I even felt this pressure because I knew that a lot of the players there would be more of those, like, you know, high-end builders that like to build in more like good ways. And it's just not my building style in survival. I like to just build more simply. I even went out of my way to ask one of the moderators of the server, like, hey, is it okay if my builds aren't like the best? And they were of course fine with it, because I mean, no one cares, no one should care at least, if it's just like a casual server. But I still felt that like pressure that my builds maybe had to be good. And the truth is, they really don't. It doesn't matter. Unless it does, like if you're building in a specific server that's like, oh, we want to make the best builds. That's like the point of the server. I get that. But like when you're just playing casually, please, it's okay to build normally, subpar, bad even, you know? It's not gonna kill anyone. Just have fun. That's the most important part. If you like building well and that makes the game more fun for you, then do that. If you don't, you just want to make a dirt hut, go for it. Antikikaupa03 says, Vexes are the absolute bane of my existence. 100% agree. I freaking hate Vexes. Oh my god. They are one of the most annoying mobs in the whole game, I swear. Ego Monk says, when I'm playing and eat a Minecraft baked potato, and then I want a baked potato IRL, but it's like 9 p.m. I feel you. The storytelling mathematician says, those fancy oak trees and mangrove trees. Really any tree you have to hunt for the last piece of wood for. Oh my god, yes. Listen, I love my fancy oak trees. I deliberately want them like when I'm trying to landscape or, you know, create a little bit of greenery around my builds. I love me some big oak trees. They're beautiful. I love them. I would never like have them be getting rid of in the, or I would never want them to be not a thing. But when you're trying to chop them down, it is a freaking nightmare to get the pieces of wood. And that also goes for any of the bigger trees. Cherry trees is pretty difficult. Spruce trees that are really tall. Mangrove trees, absolutely. Like all the bigger trees are so hard to mine. So honestly, whenever I need wood, I will just simply avoid the fancy oak trees. They can stay. I'm not dealing with that. Also, this is why I always play with the falling tree mod in my world, because I really hate cutting down trees. Len Ross 85 says, 2 mobs getting stuck at a door or gate. Guys, learn to take turns. Totally agree. This actually happened to me today when I was trying to get 2 of my cats inside of my house and they were just stuck in the door. It is a very frustrating minor issue with the Minecraft AI. Gourmet Anxiety says that beds are so accessible early in game. I don't think you should be able to skip the night right away. Beds make early game too easy. This is a very interesting one because over time beds have become way easier to get, obviously, now that we have villages with beds. But honestly, I feel like people can go either way with this because on one hand, making the game easier to like survive the early game is a bit more accessible for new players, but it does take away from the inherent difficulty of Minecraft because now whenever people like start a new world, they just try to find a village as quickly as they can because that literally supplies you with everything you need to survive your first night. So I would agree personally, because I actually enjoy when Minecraft is a bit more difficult. I don't like when they add things that always just get rid of the difficulty without giving any sort of complexity to the game system, if that makes sense. But I can also see how people would disagree with this because, I mean, making things easier sometimes is a good thing. Sometimes systems are just too annoying or too difficult, especially if you're like new. But I would personally enjoy the game more if beds were a little bit more inaccessible because I do like a challenge. Name 2194 says, I hate that wolves would run off any edge of the game without thinking twice. I 100% agree. I wish they would not do that because I actually lost one of my most beloved pets in my forever world to this. She literally walked off a cliff and died. I'm literally so sad about that. Like, it was such an avoidable death. That really should just not happen because I feel like most mobs in the game, they actively will avoid like cliffs. So it's kind of weird, isn't it? But yeah, definitely shouldn't be a thing. Evil Fishy says, axolotls killing tropical fish. It's a super small pet peeve, but I really like the idea of making colorful aquariums in my world. I love fish and I love axolotls, and it makes me kind of sad that I can't put them in the same body of water. Yes, I actually had to learn this the hard way when I made my first aquarium, including axolotls and tropical fish, and then coming back to realize that all my fish were eaten. I also want to make aquariums where I can put axolotls and tropical fish in the same tank. So it kind of sucks that you have to separate them because I feel like it would just look a lot better if both existed in harmony in one tank. So yeah, it is pretty annoying. Deacon Dahlia says, the fact that playing with your friends on Java is so complicated. I mean, I use an external free website, but why can't it be like Bedrock? I play on both versions, by the way. Oh my god, yes. I 100% agree with this. I have always historically been the like Minecraft IT person within all of my friend groups in the past. Whenever we would make a new server, I would always be the one to set it up, and obviously we're playing on Java, so it's always such a nightmare. Back in the day, we used to always use like Hamachi to set up like little LAN instances. There was always some sort of problem, either with like firewalls, connectivity, internet, like there was always something. It's kind of like with mod packs. With server making, it's always a problem. Or when I finally learned how to actually host servers like on my local computer, there would always still be issues. It's just way too complicated, especially because it's so inaccessible. Like you really have to learn how to do it. It's not just like easy 1, 2, 3 like it is on Bedrock. They really need to implement the Bedrock system on Java. So important. Multiplayer is incredibly important, and I feel like it should be just as easy on Java as it is on Bedrock. Luckily nowadays we have things like Essential mod that works most of the time, where you can just kind of join your friends' worlds through that mod. But it's still like you have to go out of your way to tell your friends like, okay, go install this mod if they don't know how to install mods, and you have to show them how to freaking install mods. And then sometimes it doesn't work, you have to set up this and that, and then sometimes it just doesn't work anyway because there's some sort of issue with the connectivity. Like there's always some freaking problem. Anyways, Leon was here, says, horses falling in powdered snow. I feel like leather armor should stop that. Actually, yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that. If you give your horses leather armor, it should definitely stop them from falling, right? Very good point. Never even thought about that. But yes, absolutely, another horse thing. Wow, horses are just really popular within pet peeves, aren't they? Cyberpunk Lane says, when Minecraft restructures some block/entities folders and it breaks my resource packs. Oh my god. Yes, I am actively dealing with this because I'm in the middle of making my next texture pack, and they changed the texture pack system on how they structure GUI and all those sort of things when they switched to like 1.21, I think. So from 1.20 to 1.21, the whole system within the files is completely different. So I now have to completely remake all the texture files for resource packs whenever I need to update them. And honestly, I find the new system to be a lot more tedious to actually make. So it's a nightmare, honestly. I wish they didn't constantly change the files like this. Like, just keep them the same and add new ones as we get more blocks and features and stuff. But when they restructure the entire system of how certain textures work, it's really painful for us texture pack makers. Whimsy Nymph says, my biggest pet peeve is how this community polices how everyone plays the game. It's a sandbox game. This is kind of what I touched on earlier with like the building stuff. But yeah, I 100% agree. I saved this one for last because it is more about like the actual community. But yeah, I really don't like when people police how people play Minecraft, especially if it's just on single player. I feel like rules do apply when you're playing multiplayer. Inherently, when you're playing multiplayer games, you have to abide by rules. But when you're playing by yourself, there really should be no rules. Like, it should be sky is the limit sort of thing. Whatever you can think of doing, just do it. I've been told sometimes in the past by people like, oh, you play with keep inventory. That's not how you should play the game. It's wrong. You shouldn't play Minecraft like that. That's not the right way to play Minecraft. And I don't play with keep inventory now, but damn, like, can we just enjoy the game for what it is? Like, however people want to play it, it's completely acceptable. Keep inventory saves you so much damn headache, and yes, sometimes I do put it back on because I'm not trying to lose all my stuff when I'm like a million blocks out. If you want to play with peaceful mode, play with freaking peaceful mode. If you want to play with keep inventory, play with keep inventory. If you want to build dirt huts and crazy floating blocks in the sky with no rhyme or reason, just do it. There is literally no rules in this game. Well, except for the game rules. Just kidding. No one should be telling you how you play the game. If you want to do something, do it the way you want to do it. That is honestly one of the main messages that I try to share on my channel, because I feel like it also does apply for a lot of things in life, like not letting other people's opinions change the way that you want to live your life, especially if it's not helping you in any way. If you just want to do a certain thing and it's not harming anyone, you should be within your full right to do it without feeling like you're gonna be judged or like talked down to by others. And it applies with Minecraft, it applies with everything. Remember, it's a sandbox game. We're living in a sandbox. So play in your sandbox however you freaking want. Build your sandcastles, dig up the sand, put some water in there, just do what you want, you know? Anyways, I think that's a pretty good way to end off the community pet peeves. That is definitely a big one for me as well. I don't like when people police our decisions in the game. But anyways, now I want to tell you guys what I've noticed to be the top 3 most popular Minecraft pet peeves. This is just from me kind of looking around the internet, searching up what other people's Minecraft pet peeves were. I was looking through some Reddit posts, some forum threads, and of course what you guys have been writing in my community post. So this is obviously not like a scientific gathering or anything, but just from my observations. Let me know if you agree with these, because chances are these are probably some of your pet peeves too. Number 3 is skeletons. I've seen people left and right complaining about skeletons for all sorts of reasons. They're aimbot, they're hard to hit, they have BS aim. I freaking hate skeletons so much. The way that they knock you back. When you're fighting them in water, you literally cannot hit them because they're just knocking you back constantly. You can't swim far enough or fast enough to get to them. The way that they just insta-lock on you and they just never miss. The way they strafe left and right. They're a really tough mob, honestly, and very, very annoying. So I can see why they're such a popular pet peeve. Number 2, floating trees. I feel like number 2 and number 1 are tied, honestly. But floating trees, I think, is one that we all are annoyed by. Honestly, I don't really care about floating trees, in all honesty. Don't kill me. But like, if I had a floating tree in my world, I wouldn't really care that much. But I know this is a huge Minecraft pet peeve within like the entire community. Even one of the like top Reddit threads, if you search up Minecraft pet peeves, is what are some of your Minecraft pet peeves? But you can't say when players leave floating trees. And then the entire thread is people rearranging that sentence. It's so funny. Anyways, but yeah, that's a big one for obvious reasons. Number 1. Can you guess what it is? Starts with a C. It's 2 words. Second word starts with an H. It's creeper holes. We all hate them. We all hate them. Some of us don't patch them. Some of us patch them with the wrong blocks. And some of us are very deliberate and we cover up the entire hole block to block. I think we can all agree that creeper holes are just a disaster to have in our worlds. I definitely hate them too. I cover them up all the time, except for in my Minecraft desert, because I've kind of dedicated my desert as a like active war zone, because I go there whenever I need experience at nighttime and I'll just like go on a killing spree hunting down all the mobs I see. If creepers explode and leave a hole there, I don't really patch them because I feel like it adds to the vibe of like the chaotic nature of that desert. So that is my one and only exception. Let me know what you think about that. Would that piss you off if you had holes in your desert, or if you saw the creeper holes that are littered around my desert? Honestly, to me, I feel like it kind of adds to the whole experience, but I definitely patch them in any other scenario because they look horrible. Anyways, I think that definitely deserves the number 1 spot for Minecraft pet peeves, but I feel like it is very, very tied with floating trees. Those are definitely like the most popular ones, I feel like. So let me know if you agree with those. Also, let me know, what is your number one Minecraft pet peeve? Leave a comment down below. I definitely want to hear you guys rant about all the things that make you mad about this game, because sometimes it's good to let out a little bit of frustration with our most beloved Minecraft. I love Minecraft more than anything. I mean, this whole channel is kind of a dedication to my number one obsession in life, but there's definitely a lot of things still that piss me off about it. And yeah, this list is not complete. I can probably sit here and think of a bunch more. But yeah, those are definitely some of the main ones that come to mind, and I definitely loved reading all of your pet peeves too. Those were very, very interesting. If you have any controversial pet peeves as well, definitely let us know. We'll be the judge. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Minecraft and chat video. It was pretty fun to talk about these things, let out a little bit of steam. I do mean these things very lightheartedly for the most part because, you know, it's just Minecraft. It's just a game. Why you have to be mad? Well, every single gaming community has proven me that there is lots of reasons to be mad about your favorite game. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to leave a like if you want to see more Minecraft and chat in the future. And also, if you want to see more of these types of videos, I have a whole playlist of Minecraft and chat videos where I just talk about Minecraft, one subject or another. It's all very chill and laid back, really, really good stuff to listen to in the background while you're doing your own thing, either playing Minecraft or doing chores, doing a hobby, whatever you may be doing. Definitely go check out that playlist. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you all next time. Bye!